Greetings everyone. Arunachala Shiva. Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So welcome to the 15th episode. This is the 15th session of Arunachala Chinta Ramana or Arunachala Ramana Chintana. So we were here on 8th. Yes. We had finished the 8th yesterday. We are going towards the 9th. So those who have missed any episodes, you can always go to the playlist named Arunachala Ramana Chintanam on the channel shiftingintoawareness.com. No, youtube.com/shiftingintoawareness. So there you will find this playlist of Arunachala. So I have deliberately made this live so that it can be retained in that playlist. So anybody wants to refer to it anytime, you can go it. And it's a complete in-depth series which we are going through, which is defining more than just the glory. It's going little more deeper. One more step inside is going into the microcosmic. We do know everything about the macrocosm. Macro means outside, but as I keep saying, the outside has deep relevance to the inside, because it is impossible that anything simply happens outside. From inside only everything is born, from the one non-dual space comes all duality. So duality has to spring out. Like you see, you are in deep meditation, in deep samadhi, you're inward. That's the Purna state. But for any experience to happen, any drama to happen, any play to happen, it cannot happen until this awareness which is seated here subjectively, it moves outside. It has to spring out. Only then there is an experience. Because the moment it springs out, there is duality, and then it's the play of duality. Until there is duality, there is no play. Being self-aware, there is no play. So that's why it's called a play of consciousness. Because after all, it is just to have an experience. Just an experience. We wake up in the morning and we come back to bed at night. What is that? Just an experience. What is the whole day about? If you deeply reflect, not grossly, not through the ego mind, if you deeply become aware and reflect, there is no meaning and there is no purpose if you see that deeply. It's like you go out, play a game, and come back and wind up. That's all. Morning you get up and continue the game, or you start a new game. Life now, if you expand, I always compare this day and night to life and death. It is. So if you compare this with life, what happens? You're born, you live, you die, you go. कौन सा बड़ा काम किया? What great thing has happened? It looks very great because it is filled with all these incidents, hundreds of incidents, which we gave so much of name and so much of meaning to it. It is because we give a meaning to it, otherwise there is nothing. So from a deep awareness point where the realization happens, it is only a game, which I often refer as cosmic joke. Life is just a joke. Everything is just a joke. You might look back to the histories and you might look back at the past and say, no, this is very important. Look at the past, it is a joke. Look at individual, my own. If you see individually, when we say my own past, it's a joke. Collectively, it's another big joke. Collective joke it is. What's happening? Eras are passing, centuries are passing. Somebody comes into power, Somebody conquers, somebody harasses, somebody suffers, somebody makes them suffer. Then the roles exchange. Same thing happen. Wars are fought. People are alive and die for mundane reasons. From the time we are born, you see how much of effort goes in to building up life. Brahma Tattva. 9 months in the womb. Not an easy process. Brahma Tattva. Long wait. And that too, there is no guarantee of results. It's like the farmer who plows the seeds but has no guarantee whether he'll have a good crop. Our reproduction also is that way. We reproduce, but we are not sure what's going to happen. We might boast and say, no, I am the creator. I'm going to create a child. Okay, create. But you don't know anything about what you're going to create. Confidently, we say, I'm the creator. I will get married. I will produce a child. And then the child is in, when you are attempting conception, that also you are not sure whether it will conceive. काहे का creator? कहने को creator. No guarantee whether I'll create or not. Okay, guaranteed. A child is conceived. Why created? What you created? Boy or girl? I don't know. Scratch your head. I don't know what I created only. Will you call that creation? तुक्का मार रहा है. And then we do not know whether the child is healthy, not healthy, whether it will be all fine or not. And when it is born, you don't know how it's going to be. What creators? We keep our fingers crossed. We are biting our fingernails to see what's the results. What creator is that? Still, we don't realize we are helpless there. We have thrown a dice, we don't know what is the results, what is going to happen. Then how can I call myself a creator? Something else is creating, we won't admit. Something else is creating, and we are helplessly looking at what is going to come out like a lottery ticket. Still, I am the creator. Okay, you created, a child comes, boy or girl, whatever. Now you don't know what is going to become out of him or her. Nobody knows the future. You do all the best to give best nourishment, best education, best sanskars, but still you do not know the output. There is no guarantee. If you put all the efforts also, your investment is going to be successful. No guarantee. That is why we are terribly, utterly disappointed. First of all, we created the children for our own investment, and when they don't come to our expectations, we are disappointed. Why the disappointment? Why are you angry? Why are you sad? Because things are not going your way. You produce somebody thinking it was going to be helpful for you. But we say, no, we are doing everything for the child, and we are thinking about the child. You don't think anything about the child. Even if you think you are thinking about the child, that is again for your own nourishment, because you want the child to be healthy. Why? Because it will fulfill your desires. So, why am I explaining these things? I've done this before many times, but I've done it in private sessions. Why? Because I'm saying it's a cosmic joke. Looks very serious. Damn serious. And nothing goes our way. Every moment we are in a lottery ticket kind of a situation, but we are so proud. I am the creator. Kahe ka create? What are we creating? That I am telling you, even the desire you did not create in your head. You say, I had a desire, I create. That desire also is not yours. You observe carefully. We have done a lot of work on that, right? Upadesh, Saram and all that. Deeply contemplate. Even the desire which arises in your mind, you didn't know. Because one day it just popped up in your head. How can you say it is my thought? A random thought simply popped. There are thousands of thoughts passing your head. One thought caught your attention. Thought also we did not produce. Really sorry. Check it out. भाड़े की जिंदगी जी रहे हम लोग. Living a rented life. खुद कुछ भी नहीं अपना. Not even the idea is ours. Not even the desire is ours. And you say my desire. So creator बाद में I am the creator. Even the desire to create something is not yours. This is Jnana Marga. Welcome to Path of Wisdom. Path of Wisdom means you investigate all these things in its nudity, without any camouflage, without any coating, without any ornamental stuff, without any masks. You look at things the way it is. If you can do that only, then you can find Shiva. Because Shiva is the way it is. He is not camouflaged with all those glorious names and colors and images and forms and things like that. Those are all in our head. If you learn to see the way things are, you will find him. Living right amidst you, beyond your expectations, beyond your imaginations, beyond all the cooked up stories, individually or collectively, that we carry. That is why these imaginations also disappoint us. We say God did not listen to our prayers. Because that also we have made imaginations. Like if we talk, there is a God sitting there and we talk and He's going to answer us in this way, that way. And when the answers don't come, we do not have the courage to say, my God exists or not, I don't know, because there is no response. We say He's upset. Means He's there, but He's not listening. See how the mind keeps playing all these games. The path of wisdom makes you deeply aware of everything, and that's why I say we must have this sharp intellect. It must pierce through anything and courageously see through what it is, and the capacity, the courage to acknowledge. For seekers of this path who are in awareness, the aware seekers will never compromise on whatever I am saying here. मैं आरोप नहीं लगा रहा हूं. I am not putting, you know, blame on something or something. It is just an investigation, as I am saying you have to do. How can there be an agenda behind this? What agenda can be behind this? What is somebody going to get by telling this is a cosmic joke? What benefit? Nothing. It is a something. I won't even say it is reality, because I don't want to label it at reality. Then it means that I'm talking about reality. The world doesn't know what is real. Only I know real. No, I'm just saying, see things the way it is, and you investigate, introspect, and then when you see the truth for truth and false for false, you will rise above it. That rising above only is called evolution. When you rise above all the wrong ideas, concepts. Today I put that Nisardat Maharaj's, I don't remember what it was, but it's a good message. I just posted it on Facebook. It just struck me because that's what we have been trying to do all these years. Oh, it's a big challenge in the cosmic joke. That's another joke. In this cosmic joke, to even do this another joking work is a big challenge. I don't know, have anybody seen that? It was about concepts. I just posted. Here it is. Somebody asked a question to Maharaj, Nisardat Maharaj. Maharaj, how much time will I need to realize the self? One simple answer from Maharaj. You only have to be free of all concepts. This is what it is. These are all mind concepts. It cooks up all kind of rang birange stories, colorful stories, and it loves all this entertainment. The moment we are able to drop any entertainment, there is nothing else to do. You simply see what is. And that's the big challenge. Big challenge it is to drop the why all these paths and religions and this and that, what you see, all these builds up concepts, and then as you keep on ascending the ladder, they keep breaking the concepts. Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipuraka, Anahata, Vishuddhi, Agya, and Sahasrara. As the journey keeps on going, down you'll see all concept buildings are there. It keeps building new concepts. Like, for example, I'm telling, Shiva gives a concept, do this worship in this manner, at the lower chakra state. But when he comes, the Parvati, the Chit Shakti comes up, that is, the ego reaches beyond a certain level of purification. After it goes to a certain level, he says, give it up, throw it away. So the question can arise, why did you give if you say throw it away? So what is it? You build up concept and then you throw it. Isn't it a cosmic joke? Why? One might ask, why all this? For the thrill of it. Creation, all that. For the thrill of it. For the experience of it. How can you wake up until you sleep? How can you enjoy pleasure until you have pain? Think about it. How can you see the daylight until you have darkness? The contrast complements. That is duality, what I am saying in today's session. The duality complements. One is there, then the other is there. Then the whole drama will begin. Until there is day, there won't be night. Until there is pain, there won't be pleasure. Until there is birth, there won't be death. Until there is death, there won't be another birth. And it goes on. So when the ego fluctuates between these two centers, it feels something is happening, and that is what we call as experience. Now, whether it is worth it or not, that I leave it up to you. Whether it is worth the experience or not, I leave it up to you. Because when we are in the experience, we might say it is not worth it. When we are not in the experience, we will say it is worth it. That is why the whole thing is born. We could be just quiet, right? It won't be quiet. I had asked once Devi Amma this question. The saint who is in Bangalore, she's still there, and Agastya Mahamuni is very close devotee. She used to have darshans and all that, and she used to have some kind of guidance in her early years, but that faded away, and then she has good realization about it. So I asked her about one thing, because she was telling so much of suffering everybody has to go through. There is not a single saint who has not suffered. Nobody is just born and evaporated and started walking on water. You look at every great avatars, mystics, including avatars, you will see tremendous suffering. From that suffering is born freedom, quest for freedom. So when you see something suffering and there is a deep quest for freedom and one liberates out of that suffering, all the onlookers, whoever looks at it, are inspired because their life is not any different. They are simply getting answers as to what to do when they are surrounded by sufferings, when they are drowned in sufferings. So you look at avatars, you look at saints, you look at all the great Mahapurushas, you'll get motivation what to do, you'll get answers, you'll get guidance on what to do. What did they do? So there is a possibility. So what are the saints? The final part of the game. Ignorance began, it ended up in wisdom. So we look at them and we get guidance because otherwise we wouldn't know. We see there is a possibility because we look at their lives and we see they are really free. So the inner urge will Come, I also want to be like that. So all the avatars or saints, masters, all they are like guiding forces. They are the ones who have seen the game. Because they have seen the game, they are able to finish it. You cannot finish the game until you know it. It's a game. You get that? You cannot finish this game until you know it's a game. If you do not know it's a game, there is no self realization. There's the end part of self realization where you really know it's a game. Or you can say the byproduct of self realization. You know it's a game, but you still play it. Why do you play it? Because you are not the doer, you don't have a choice. You're just part of the whole thing. You don't feel separate as somebody is playing a game with you. Shiva is sitting somewhere and making you suffer. You understand it's you, it's him only. It's the same thing, a part of him only, an extension of that only. So the complaints will drop, the questions will die away. Why me? Where is God? Why this happening? Are you getting it? So what keeps us away from all this is the remains or the deep imprints of this drama. Every drama we play, something or the other, we gather imprints. चिपक जाता है हमारे चित्त में. These imprints remain forever. Out of those imprints, new experiences are born. Memories are born. Memories can give rise to God knows how many janmas. Memories only. We are living, all living on smritis. Because there is a memory only, we wake up in the morning. Some undone. Because memory means it is lurking there. Either good, bad, ugly, whatever. That good, bad, ugly only gives rise to new karmas that is in that direction, good, bad, ugly. Because there are smritis still left in the chit only, we wake up in what we call as a new janma, new body. Why? Because that compels us to do something about it. So our life, basically, this existence, this whole play is based on memories. Memories only are called concepts. You break the concepts, you're breaking all the memories. Then there is no reason to wake up. Concepts keep us moving in samsara. Simple. Spirituality is so simple. Nisardas Maharaj in one line he says, Maharaj, when am I going to get? How much time will it take for me to self realize? One line. All that you have to do is to give up concepts. That's it. Now, see, it's such a major question, all these, so many paths and so many tapasvis and the whole eras are talking about self realization. So many things to do, so much of prescription, so much of ways, and so much of, oh my God, lifetimes are spent on this. Books and written, scriptures, full of it. All talking about this in different directions, so much. And one person sitting here is telling, all that you have to do is give up concept, self realization. The fun is, this cannot be told to everybody. Because first of all, if you tell it to the world also, if you tell it to anybody also, they'll not understand what are you talking about. Give up concept. Which concept? Which concept are you talking about? To give up. What to give up? I don't understand. This only, not understanding is another concept. You are pretending not to understand. We are pretending we do not know anything. Actually, it is pretension. We don't want to see through that we are pretending. There is a possibility that I know something beyond what my mind can tell, but we never even think of that. Nothing goes in that direction. So the chances are very grim. Because these imprints have caught our mind so deeply, the samskaras, There is thrill in it. The ego thrives to live upon this. It depends on that. Mind you, I'm telling, this ego doesn't want to die. Even if it says, I want to self realize, that's a joke. This I want to be free. You don't want to be free. You'll say, that's impossible. I want to be free. I've had enough. You don't want to be free. Because we do not know what is the meaning of freedom. If the real definition of freedom is given, nobody will want to be free. The definition of moksha, mukti, salvation, liberation is you will not exist. That's enough. You'll drop your idea of self realization. Because the ego wants to exist. Why it wants to exist? Because of the thrill of the experience. Not easy to give up that experience. So Amma was telling a lot of sufferings. He was telling on so many in her own life, and I said that if this is the case, why are we born again? I mean, there are so many stories of illumined beings. They go and they come back again. They have to suffer. Look at Lord Ram. He is Narayana. He's sitting there nicely calm, right? He has to come and take a birth and suffer all that, go through all that. Look at all the gods, goddesses. They all are not in their heavens. Their eyes are here on earth. Have you noticed all the scriptures you see? Devi Devata, all are hovering here only. All the astral worlds are looking at Bhuloka. This, our world called Bhuloka or Mrityu-loka. The three lokas that we said. Patal Loka, lower world. Mrityu-loka or Bhuloka, the middle world, that is our earth. And the Swargaloka, the higher world. Everybody's eyes is here. Everybody wants to come here. Why? Because the thrill of this human experience is incomparable. Even, the gods and goddesses, you have heard many times, are jealous. They're so jealous of having an earthly existence because it's a thrill here. If you just concentrate, if you just deeply become aware and you see the thrill that you have, the ego has through everything, through every sight that it sees, every smell, taste, touch, smell, hearing. In that seeing only, my God, every moment it is enjoying, relishing. You might not, until you are aware, you will not see this. Why does your eye go here, there? Tuck, 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 tuck. Why does it move? Because with every change, with every new look, there is an expectation of pleasure, of an experience. Automatically, the ego is jumping to that. And it looks at it. It experiences that, the thrill of it, the experience of it. Then it moves to the next. Then it moves to the next. It's constant. Every kshana, it is having an experience. Same with smell, with taste, with hearing, and with touch. You touch everything. We are not aware, but we are thoroughly enjoying. You sit and you are relaxed, you are enjoying the comfort of the touch. Every movement we are enjoying. We are not aware, but we are deeply having an enjoyment of the panchendriyas every shana to shana to shana shana. This is all in the unconscious, but deeply the soul is enjoying it. An experience. For this only we have come. When it is unconscious, it is not a completion. Like you smoke cigarettes or you drink beer, you keep on drinking, you keep on smoking, there is no end to it. Why? Because there is nothing called satisfaction. Satisfaction is not happening. All the habits. Why satisfaction is not happening? Any habits you take, bad habits, good habits, whatever habits you are stuck in, addictions. Why addictions? Because the satisfaction is not happening. Why satisfaction is not happening? Simple word. You are not available to complete it. If you are available to complete it, you will witness a certain contentment, but you are not there. You are not there means you are not aware. You being aware is your presence. You relishing it, you giving it a completion. So you smoke a cigarette in deep awareness, fully aware with the five indriyas, the smell, taste, touch, hearing, everything. If you are deeply aware, fully present, you are giving every cell, your existence, a satisfaction. I can vouch for this because I was a smoker and I've tried, experimented all these things. When I used to smoke without awareness, just talking, just that discussion, I don't know when I'm smoking, throwing another and another 15-20 minutes, another cigarette is in my, and we are going on. Boozing also, emptying all the liquor glasses one by one. For hours we are sitting in bar, drinking and smoking and drinking. We are singing, we are talking, we are discussing, and we are enjoying that intoxication. We are not present in the experience of that alcohol or the experience of the smoking. That is why it becomes an habit, because there is no completion. It will return back for completion. It will give another craving, another kick. It's asking for completion, but I am not available there. I'm distracting myself. I'm lost myself. All habits are like that. You center yourself completely into that experience thoroughly, you'll see those samskaras are getting liberation. So when I used to smoke all these things, when I became very conscious about it and consciously I used to smoke, I couldn't smoke half a cigarette. What 2-3 cigarettes could not give me, half, I'm feeling enough. Throw it. I used to throw half of cigarettes. These are the last stages of my smoking. Not more than that. Like one pack used to have 10 cigarettes. So in 10 cigarettes, if I'm smoking the whole day, whatever, I'm smoking now half of the 10. So it's like 5 cigarettes. What's happening? The body is now not wanting it. It's feeling enough. Same with alcohol happened. So anyway, what I am trying to tell is completion. Life throngs for a completion. We as human beings are constantly seeking this pleasure of experience and completion, but we are not there. To be there, you have to be aware. You do anything in awareness, you'll see, you'll do. I guarantee you this. You eat food like anything, you become fully aware and eat your food. Half the plate you'll feel full and you'll still get nourishment. You be aware before going to sleep and sleep in Yoga Nidra. Have deep 15-minute deep sleeps, sitting erect, vertical, and see how many hours of sleep you'll reduce. Sleep also is getting satisfied. Similarly, you remain in presence, experience God. Presence is God. The more you experience, the more you are getting saturated. The more you get saturated in every area of life, the more you start winding up. Because you are done. Now what is there? Now what is there? These imprints, samskaras which were there, are getting mukti, liberated. Now there is nothing incomplete there. Even if it is there, if I give it completion properly, those imprints will dissolve because it has got its satisfaction. So, in simple words, if we live life fully, being present, you'll see you are getting nourished. There will be no itcha to do any extraordinary things. No movies are needed. No friends are needed. No parties are needed. No trips are needed. No gup gup gup. What is that? Gup shup. What on the phone call, on the conversations, looking at TV endlessly, mobile endlessly. Saturated. That saturation returns you back more and more to stillness. The saturation is called, now Shakti is having enough of it, now she is bored. And when there is nothing else to do, when the desires are dying down here, what happens? Automatically you become Urdhvareta. You move towards Shiva. Nothing else to do here. You go to a picnic or you go to a trip to a certain place. 2 days trip. Oh my God, you will not sit for a moment. 5 days trip will say, oh, relax. I can take breaks in between. There is enough time. A new place I can go and see, sightseeing and all that. But 2 days is too compact. Take Tirunamalai, take Kailash, take the Chardham, take any such places, or take some other glamorous place like Honolulu or something like that, and say you have just 2 days and one night. It will be jam packed for you because you want to finish all your experience, and still you will remain incomplete because you are not full. Now you are doing something, you want to jump to the next. There you are there, you are planning of the next. You will not get. Suppose it is 5 days, you will say, I can relax, I can take breaks, I can go a little slow. Okay. Suppose you say 10 days, you say, wow, now I can relish the experience. And by 10 days, you are like, you've done everything that you want to do there. Now you get an extension of 30 days. Will you stay there? Think about it. However great you are jumping, oh, that place, wonderful. I wish I could go there. I could give my life there. But how many days? After a certain time, you'll get fed up. That is Srishti. That's why I call it a cosmic joke. After some time, you'll get fed up. Look at your teen age, adolescent age, how enthusiastic you were. Hey, karna hai, wo karna hai. Just think about it. Teen, you're so dynamic. By adulthood, half the thing are gone. By the time you're approaching old age, you're done with everything. Now you ask you to go to those things, you'll say, no way. You want to rest now. You want to be more at peace with yourself. See, that is the structure of life. Dynamism. And then the dynamism settles down eventually. That is only Shakti settling down slowly. So the more these concepts only are the samskaras which are hidden in us. To give completion to these concepts, which is dramas, we take birth. Punarpi Janmam, Punarpi Maranam. All these concepts, you have to live them now. Hundreds of ideas the world has put into you. Too much education. Not just worldly education, even new spiritual education. You have to do this in the morning, in this in the afternoon, and this at night. If you do these things, then you become qualified, you become worthy enough. You will win God's attention and God's love. What is the dictator between God and your bossy parents? Over demanding parents. Anything different? That cannot be God. What is this? Concept. So, any number of concepts, this kind of concepts you put into your head, you live in a false expectation. You live in some false dramas. It is not true, but you are existing there in the name of that. See, what all we do in the name of customs and traditions and culture and this and that, holy books and all these things given to us. Do's and don'ts, and so many concepts are there. Fulfilling these things only, our life goes, and still we remain incomplete. Chalo, if these concepts give you satisfaction, understood. None of these concepts give us full contentment. None of the religions can give you contentment. I have never seen people go contented despite following all the dharmas. They've done everything. They will never go. Because these things cannot be completed. These concepts cannot be completed. They're all loops, if you see very closely, they are loops. They are like desires. They will lead. You complete it, it will take another one more round, it will take. It will keep you in the loop, like your sadhanas that you do. Do they free you? Morning this much japa, afternoon this much chanting, night this much of meditation, and midnight sit with the yantras. God knows what we do. Now, will that give you freedom? Because once that concepts enter your head, even in your deathbed, you will be doing sadhana. Even if you are not relishing, even if you are not in good mood, you are not in good health, you are not even enjoying life, still that practice you will do, because it's stored in your head that without this, you are at some kind of a risk or something. Now, that concept is running you, but it is not giving you completion. It is rather creating an endless loop. These are all concepts. I'm not saying sadhana or practices are not good or meditation is not helpful. They are all helpful, but you must understand they're just a tool which you have to outgrow. Everything in this life has to be outgrown, it's not permanent. But when they become concepts, you make it permanent. Not one, two, hundreds of them. That is why Nisardas Maharaj, simple word. How much time, Maharaj, will it take me to get self realized? Maharaj says, all that you have to do is give up your concepts. And that's the most toughest thing to do. We will not do it when our journey is in the beginning. You're not going to do that. That is why Parvati, how much ever you tell, she cannot understand it down. Why couldn't Shiva have given that knowledge which he is giving Devi Kalotra? Why couldn't he have given that when the Chiti Shakti is in the Mooladhara or Parvati is in the Manipura? It can be given because the truth is always radiating. It is not that it's specially kept locked somewhere, like those dialogues are there, no? Chupa hua, गुप्त साधनाएं एकदम rare, कहीं तो mysterious, somewhere it is hidden, and you have to have the worthiness to go and another concept. You will never get worthy because this concept is another poison. When you say I have to get worthy, I am guarantee assuring you, if this poison enters your head that I have to be worthy to receive that, you will never become worthy. Do whatever you want. You will end up doing everything to become worthy, but you will never feel worthy. You'll see little more, one more, another dose. Something else also I have to add on. Because always guarantee you will feel incomplete because this human structure is like that. It will have all kind of flaws, it will have all kind of this, but we are not there to accept it. Where are we accepting it? This concept has got into our head. We must become perfect, purest, most divine. Then we will get God. Then I am worthy to get it. Who made this? Humans. God doesn't preach all these things. Humans made it. Humans only have made it difficult to approach and reach God. That Shiva, what you talk about, is not so difficult to reach, but how difficult you have made. You've kept him hidden somewhere behind Kailasha. मोको कहाँ ढूंढे रे बंदे, मैं तो तेरे पास में. ना मैं कैलाश में, ना मैं काबा में, मैं तो तेरे पास रे. Where is that pass? You have to be pass. You have to be aware, right? Then only you see, where am I at home? I am not at home. He is at home. मोको कहाँ ढूंढे रे बंदे, मैं तो तेरे पास. He is at home. But where I am at home? I am not at home because I am busy searching him out. Whom you are searching is back home resting there still. But we never return home. That returning home only is what I am calling a shifting into awareness, because that awareness is subjective. When you become aware, you have to come here. Show me one time where you have shifted into awareness and you found yourself outside. Show me one time. Whenever you shift, you have to be fully present at home. The more you shift and be in awareness, the more you will be at home. And home is where he is. It will take some time to simmer, because the moment you come down and be at home 5-10 minutes, again your friends will call you from outside the window. Hey, come, let's go for a movie. Again your eyes will open, again you'll go out. So that staying back here is possible only when you break those concepts of all those things that are calling you from your windows. The more you eradicate them, no noise, you will be able to sit at home. The more you have maintained all these concepts, they'll be constantly calling you out. So all these big talks about paths and religions and sadhanas and God knows doing this, that, different levels and dosages, and we are so proud of that. We feel offended. I have had so many people just getting out of my life because I offended their egos on this. They can't bear it, but they can't keep away from me also. What I say, I mean. They want to still hear it. We still don't get this. The ego is not understanding. It's simply playing drama. That's another thrill. Another drama is going on in that drama, because this is how the ego loves enjoying. It simply doesn't want to get the point. One point is being said by Maharaj: give up all the concepts and you're there. And you want to nourish your concepts. You want to play the victim. You want to feel offended. You want to disappear and then you want to reappear. Again, you want to disappear. Again, you want to reappear. You want to play all those dramas where you could have just been there. So I'm telling you, it's difficult, because that pull towards concepts will take some time. So we play the game, no problem. But whenever you play one day and the chiti reaches here, even if you want, you can't keep those concepts. Because as I told you, nothing is yours. We are all living bhade ki zindagi. We are all borrowing everything. Thoughts we are borrowing, ideas we are borrowing, energies we are borrowing. The body is borrowed from the Panchamahabhutas. What is ours? Everything is borrowed. Experiences are borrowed. Karma is also borrowed. Everything is borrowed. Happiness is borrowed. Suffering is borrowed. Look deeply and you'll see. Nothing is ever produced from here. You might say, no, I produce it here. Look deeply, you'll see that production also, what you are saying, there is a precedence to that. Something has happened before that is connecting and giving you some experience. You are seeing it here like an idea. A thought came to my mind. I must go there. This is my thought. Because you feel it is my thought, you take full responsibility. This is my thought. So I have to nourish it. I have to create it. I have to maintain it. That is where the ignorance begins. Once you see that thought, where did it come from? Search it. Go deep and search it. You will be amazed to see it. It is not coming from you. That is Upadesar. Karturadhyane prapte phalam karma kim param karma tajjadam. Everything does not happen according to your wish. It happens according to what has been ordained to you from your Akashic records. I do a karma thinking that this is Upadesaram, Bhagavan Ramanas. I do a karma thinking that if I do this karma, I will get something. That is how we are ending up doing sadhanas. Because you feel, if I do this, I will get that. If I do these things, I will win Shiva. If I do this, I will get self realized. It is based on a condition. If I do this, I will get that. And Upadesaram, verse 1, number 1, very clearly says, you do not get the fruits, karma phala, according to what you do. You think you are going to get that, so you do it. But you will never get it according to what you think you should get. You will always get by what you deserve to get. Where, where do I know what I deserve to get? That the cosmic intelligence knows. I, who am aware only of one Janma, I say I deserve the best. Who will say I don't deserve the best? Tell me one person who says I don't deserve the best. Everybody feels they have the right to pleasure, right to freedom, right to happiness. Nobody will say I have the right to sadness. Anybody will say, think about it. Nobody will say. So if everybody says only good things is what I deserve, that is where the idea is I do a karma to get good only. Nobody does karma to get sadness. So everybody is motivated to do something, to get something. That motivation is coming from that result, karma phala. If you see Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is what is he explaining? The whole Bhagavad Gita. Karma phal ki apeksha mat kar, isn't it? Do karma without expectation of fruits. And what do we do? If you observe clearly, every single act is out of the desire of an expectation of a certain result. And the fun is what I say in the cosmic joke. We think that we are going to get that result and we are motivated to do that karma thinking we are going to get that. But deep down, if you see, there is no guarantee you are going to get it. Deep down, even the greatest who say I am the creator of my destiny, every creator of their destiny has their own fall. They are only able to create gina chuna do teen things, 2 3 things they will create, or maybe 50% or 60% or 70% they will create. But there will be a certain zone, a certain percentage which will never fructify according to you, guaranteed. Do whatever you want, how much ever you want to create, whatever techniques you know. कर्तुरज्ञाने प्राप्ते फलं कर्म किं परम कर्म तज्जडम. The fruits will be only given to you according to what you deserve. I see only my one lifetime and I feel I deserve this, but God is seeing the whole lifetime and He will see the whole Akashic records. Balance sheet is made according to that, whether I really deserve it or not. So, this Janma, I might say, I did not even kill a mosquito. I am such a great divine person. I didn't hurt anybody. Why am I getting this wrong? Because I deserve that. Who says I deserve that? Cosmic intelligence. Because that cannot lie. The ego will lie. That is why these liars only will keep on saying, I deserve, I am going to create only these things. They are lying. Because tell me one thing, where is the law of karma? If I can create anything that I want, if I am the creator of destiny, then karma is overruled. I can do any nonsense that I want in my life and then create only the best outcomes. Isn't it? Then I fooled God also. And we are fooling God actually when we say everything is in my hands. So it takes some time for us to ripen to understand this. It's not easy. We'll get offended, we'll feel bad. Oh, how come you are making fun of my teachers? You're not giving them due respect. I'm giving them full respects. I'm not making fun of your teachers. I am actually, whatever I'm talking is hurting your ego. In your ego, you have filled some concepts about your teachers. You have glorified it. You have done some things. Your ego is getting hurt on that. You look into your head. Don't look into those teachers. They have nothing to do with it. It's your conceptualization. How you have glorified and kept your teachers, your paths. Because you feel, say, listen to this carefully. You feel your teachers have given you peace. You feel your paths have given you some peace. Because you remember, oh, once upon a time I was like this and I came out of that. That person or that path gave me this. So, your so called dramatic loyalty to that. But let me tell you, my dear, Karturajnane praptaye phalam, karma kim param, karma tajadam. You got that peace because you deserved it. If you don't deserve it, come what may, whoever comes, even an avatar comes, he cannot give it to you. It is running by divine will. You deserve it, you got it. Medium came and gave it to you, you caught the medium. Who's to blame? It is like a bad news is delivered by the postman. When you catch the postman's neck, a telegram comes those days. So and so has expired, and you catch, how dare you kill the postman? He's telling, what did I do? You've seen in films, right? Somebody is waiting in the village for a letter from the beloved. The letter is not coming. Every day she's waiting, 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 waiting. Every day he's waiting. The hero is waiting. And one day the postman comes on the cycle. And he's waiting. What? And he looks, it's the beloved's letter. He catches the postman and he starts jumping and dancing. And the postman is, hey, what are you up to? Hey, you made my life. Did the postman make your life? Cosmic joke life is. You have to see this in its rare nudity. If you see it through the concept of the ego and mind, you will never understand what I am talking. You have to be in deep awareness. That is where I fail. I will fail. Because if I feel everybody is going to become aware because I am doing it, then I am going against kartur ajnane prapte phalam karma kim param karma tajjadam. If you deserve that awareness only, you are going to get it. If it is in your destiny, if you are, then okay, we will sit here, we will do some fun here, and in that fun you might realize something, but you are not getting it because of me, because you are destined to get it at this point of time. Are you getting the whole thing? Then what are these? These are all roles, actors. One role everybody is playing. So what I am saying is enjoy the role. That's all. There's nothing else to do here. Kaha, the glory of circumambulating Arunachala, and I've gone somewhere else. I'm talking somewhere. But it's not something else also. It's all this only. What is circumambulating? The glory of circumambulating Arunachala. Yesterday I told you. Hovering around the self. You hover around Arunachala and your karma is cleared. That is what the Mahima is telling. You keep hovering here means subjective presence. You are always in the presence. You hover here, not there. So why Shiva is telling, come and hover around the hill? Because you are hovering around samsara. You come to Arunachala and hover there. You will get cleansed. Hovering in the samsara, you will gather more concepts. Hovering around Arunachala, you will kill the concept. You will destroy the concepts. That is the meaning of circumambulation, of circumambulating Arunachala. So are you getting it? The whole thing, if you understand this, this is the path of wisdom. This is the path which you are opening of the third eye, intuition, awake, viveka, awareness, where you start opening things to the way life is, not based on some concept that you've gathered from here and there and your affinities, and you're not able to give up your fascination with all these external things that you put in your head. This path of wisdom simply watches everything and it sees. It has the courage to see through everything, because until you see through anything, you are not going to be free. First, I have to see through my own concepts. Because if I don't see that I'm seeing through my concepts, I will continue seeing through the concepts, means through colored lenses. Sometimes I'll see through a red concept and I'll see the whole world as red. Through a yellow concept, world will be yellow. And green concept, world will be green. And this colorful life will keep on going. These colors only are gunas, attributes. To become nirguna, you have to remove the colors, remove the concepts. The lenses will go. By which artificiality that you are seeing, you'll see without the lens as it is, what is. Shiva sees without any lens. He has no lens. Lens is all created by us. Hundreds of concepts. He has nothing to define. Do you see that? He has nothing to define. He cannot define anything. He's just looking the world as it is. That is why he's called Drishta. You you love him, you hate him, he's still looking at you. He's aware of your love and hate. He has nothing got to do with that. He cannot be in a reaction mode because he is the pure consciousness, pure awareness, just observing. Only that observance without any concept, because he has no concept, he is observing. That observance is called freedom. That is called mukti. Wow. Thank you, Nisardat Maharaj. One word we have having this satsang. The whole thing is based on his what he's telling. How much time will it take for me to get self-realized? And he says, only thing that you have to do is give up your concepts. But how difficult it is? That is why we take lifetimes just to sit playing with the concepts and then sit with another concepts of destroying the concept. First of all, we have a lot of concepts. Now we heard of wow, something, wow, some final remedy we have heard. Final upadesha. What is that? To destroy all the concept. Now that is another concept because now you're going to sit with that concept. How to destroy. New concepts, Rakta Bij will start coming up now. One concept will give rise to Rakta Bij. Now you simply sit and say, okay, I got the whole thing. I got to destroy the concept. But how? Ideas will start flooding. New concepts are coming in. Do you see it? Destroying concepts means the moment you see this destroying concept, you simply see it the way it is and everything should just stop there. There is nothing else to continue doing. At least that moment, that shana, it should drop. So this takes some time. That is why it is called the direct path. Ramana Bhagavan is talking this as the direct path. It will take you directly there without all this beating around the bush. I create obstacles, then I sit removing it. Then because I said, no, all these concepts I have created. Oh, this is my favorite concept. You should not touch this. Oh, you have created it. Now you'll have to sit with that. Someone explained it very beautifully. I think Ramana said it once. Like it's like digging a pit and then coming out of it and saying, it is like, you are standing on the ground doing nothing. What I am explaining in today's satsang is this. The thrive to have an experience. You can be, okay, I was completing Devi Ammas. When I asked her, then if so much of suffering is there, this is there, why the hell do we come? And I asked, forget us, Amma, you tell, why did you come? Because she was talking about interlife experience. When you're free, and then you're going to take another birth. So you're seeing the things. You're aware of it. So I said, when you know there's so much of suffering, why do you have to come? She said, thrill, my child. So beautiful. The experience, you do not know the beauty of that experience. She said this exactly like this. You do not know the beauty. When you're out there, you're out of all the things, but when you look and you see the experience of this human experience, you just want to be there and you say, one more. Just one more. You gay or you I. I'll just go and come. Then when she said, and when you come down, Appa, she was telling, that's her side. Beautifully, she'll say. You want to come down, and the moment you come down, it's like, Appa. Exactly, it is like that. So we might sing song. दुनिया बनाने वाले क्या तेरे मन में समाई काहे को दुनिया बना. Why did you make this world, O Lord? What came to your head? क्या तेरे मन में समाई काहे को दुनिया बनाई. When the world pinches us, we say, why did you make this world? And if God say, come, and you go there and sit next to him, and then you see a thrilling experience down. you'll only say भगवान मेरे लिए बना देना दुनिया थोड़ा सा बना देला क्या जाता है तेरा another song can come there तेरा क्या जाता है सब कुछ तो तेरा है everything is yours you can create one experience for me na so okay go when you come down here it's appa काय को दुनिया बनाए this is that tendency of experience this only I'm calling it as a cosmic joke there's nothing serious actually if you see actually nothing serious we have created the hell of seriousness with all these piled up concepts you give up these concepts you'll sit back and just be amused at life you'll feel like giggling what else to do even I'm not saying you will not be pained you because you are in the human experience huh? Always mind you it's not that this is another concept oh everybody is striving to be free and liberated and self-realized why because there is no suffering who told you how much ever you know you'll still feel the pain you fall down you'll feel the pain you hurt bruise yourself you'll feel the pain who said you'll not get feel the pain how much you are affected by it that's another question but don't ever think that you won't don't ever think that you'll not feel hungry sleepy you'll not feel tired don't think you'll not feel sad these are all part of the human experiences freedom simply means you have all these experiences but you can't relate with it you just pass through all that you are having an experience of all this including sadness mind you when you come into the bhuloka you cannot choose one experience because this is duality whatever is there there is an opposite here 100% so foolish it is to tell come here and all those people who talk about optimism and all this bullshit somebody told me what are you talking all negative pessimist instead of motivating and all what are you talking about all negative only you're talking and what do you mean by motivation give them false hopes of that optimistic positive thoughts where is positive wherever you say positive there will be a negative following it show me one person all your teachers who say positive positive only happiness only smile only laughter they are crying behind maybe you don't see it it is impossible to only keep smiling fake it is anybody who tells that because in the bhuluka you cannot have one sided experiences you might control the other cunningly that's another thing but if you let loose you'll weep that's not freedom that's constipation freedom means what you are okay with both laughter also fine crying also fine you enjoy the crying also that's what I'm trying to tell you enjoy the sadness also you enjoy the anger also you enjoy the peace also and you are okay with your imperfections that concept of being a perfect person is impossible it won't happen all the world is that is trying to run there to be a perfect person so only we are doing all these things one day we will where is that one day show me that one Michael who has become that one day so perfect so pure so divine show me one person still we don't understand this there is nothing like one day in that one day you lose every day before you know your the end of life is there and you'll say what the hell did I do you did a lot of sadhana that's all that you did and that too with a constipated look because you're not enjoying those sadhanas also you're stuck there you're doing it to be on the other side because you feel what is right now here is not enough it's imperfect I want to go to the other side a beautiful concept has been programmed into your head and if you just accept I am fine the way I am imperfect whom to prove what to prove why should I prove to anything I am fine with my imperfections I am fine with my negativity I'm not encouraging my negativity that means I'm saying, I'm acknowledging, I know it is a part of me. Why am I running from? What am I masking? Whom am I fooling? I'm hiding it from myself. That is where the pain is. Because the soul knows you're hiding. We pretend in spirituality, but deeply we are suffering every day. All these so-called spiritual path followers who are so proud of their teachers and their loyalty and all have constipated looks on their face. They never look free. They're still hunting. They're still searching something with a gloom on their face. They don't sense. I don't know, but if I think of them, I cannot sense freedom in them. They are not free. They're pretending to be free. And it shows up on their face and body language. Why all this suffering? Whom to prove? What to prove? And that only you settle down and just sit. Just settle down and sit and be okay with it. You are free. That moment you are free. Suddenly you will see peace. Suddenly you will see calmness and peace. You will wonder, how is this? I have negativity and I am still at peace. I was told until I remove my negativity, I cannot be at peace. Come here and practice shifting into awareness. You'll see how with your negativity also you can be at peace. That doesn't mean you're sitting there encouraging it. I am telling it is a part of your structure that you are not allowing yourself, your day to be spoiled, your moment to be spoiled because of these concepts. You're not wasting your time planning for something which is very far ahead. You are in this moment, living it, nourishing it, enjoying it, celebrating life. So by the end of life, you feel tript ho gaya. Despite having whatever, plus, minus, you still feel I'm satisfied. And I'm telling you, that's how you reduce your coming back. Tripti, that sense of contentment, is what reduces your coming back. Rest all are your cooked up stories. That's why Nisardat Maharaj is telling all that you have to do is give up concepts. See how deep it is. Thank you, Nisardat Maharaj. Full session today on that. Because Bhagwan Ramana has talked about this. Because I don't want to disappoint the topic. They are not different, anyways. Bhagwan Ramana has said this. You are already self-realized. What is it that you are seeking? Where is it that you are running to attain? You are already that. It is like you are trying to arrive. Whole life you are trying to arrive at a destination in which you already are. You are already standing at the destination, but running. Like I said, somebody is standing there peacefully, calmly, plain ground, nothing to do, but chup nahi baith sakta na kujli. Experience. What do? I look around. What to do? I see the earth. I start digging it. I keep on digging, and take breaks and poof, half poof. You do all that, and then you say, so much of hard work is there, and you're going down. After you go 10, 20 feet down, then you say, oh my God, I've come down here. You look up on top, it's very far away. Then it strikes you, how am I going to go up? Oh my God, I'm doomed. I thought I'm doing this for fun. Then you shout, help, this, that. Then people come and try to help you this way, that way. And after a lot of hard work, some way they bring you out, or you put a ladder, something you climb, all dirty, sweaty, tired. Finally, you reach after hours or days of empty stomach, bhuka reh complete in hunger. You come out, and finally you come out of the pit, and you looking at the skies and you say, wow. And then you get up and say, I'm free. Self-realized. Who asked you to go into the pit? That experience. So we create our obstacles, we create all these concepts, we fall into it, we struggle out of it with new concepts, and then we come out and say we have achieved. that that is the ego, which wants to feel that it is not achieved, and then that sense of achievement what it gets, that's what called the ego. It loves that thrill to create that false narrative, and I'm not free, so it will create something that I'm not free. Right now we are free, everybody's telling us. Nisargadatta Maharaj, Bhagwan Ramana, everybody is telling. Jiddu is telling, you are free in this moment. But no, the ego wants to say, no, 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 I'm not free. I'm having this trouble. I'm having that trouble. I am stuck here. I am, it goes on. And then you say, how to get out of this, how to get out of that. But nobody is saying it is just a projection of your mind. You say, what? This is serious. So that is what we said. We cannot tell this to everybody. We have to learn it ourselves. That is, this is all drama which I am only creating. And one day, when you reach that state, you will understand. When that is called Sahaj Pakeso Meetha. Sahaj Yatra, effortlessly. As you naturally grow, through experience you learn. You will never learn with pravachan, by lectures. You will kill the lecturer. You will hate the lecturer. You will crucify the lecturer. You will only learn through experience. Probably only thing is, when you learn by experience, the lecturer will not be there, because he is killed. You killed him. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Killing the concept is killing the lecturer. A lecturer also is a concept only, right? So if you are at the capacity to kill the concept, you will kill the lecturer also. But kill the concept and let the concepts kill the lecturer. Don't you go and directly kill the lecturer, because if you kill the lecturer, there is no one to tell you to get out of that concept. You kill the concepts. Let that kill your lecturer, and let the teacher, the master, the guru vanish from your life. Because you are free of concepts. You are free of concept, guru also is a concept. Religion, paths, all are concepts. They are all needed. New concepts are needed because you feel you are stuck. You kill that concept, all this will just vanish like a dream. But don't kill the teacher, because if you kill the teacher, there is no one to tell you about this mystery of concept, that you have to kill the concept. Like, I love that exchange of words between Jiddu Krishnamurti and Osho, where Osho criticized Jiddu Krishnamurti, saying that, no, Jiddu said that you don't need a teacher. Why do you need teachers? And Osho said, to tell that you don't need teacher also, you need a teacher, isn't it? Somebody is telling that. Whom are you telling? The student is saying, yeah, I don't need a teacher. But who told you that? A teacher. Brilliant. See, this is balance. Both are valid. Duality, isn't it? Which can you catch one? You cannot catch one. Both are there, opposites, contrast. They appear contrast, but they are both valid. When you can balance these two, that's what I'm trying to say. That's all that is there. So we didn't circumambulate around Arunachala. We circumambulated around one teaching today, to kill the concepts. And I think that is circumambulating around Arunachala, because that is what Shiva is telling Devikalutra, to kill your concepts. Yoga Vashishta Mamuni is telling Ram, till the concepts are there, you're not free. Abolish all the concepts. Yoga Vashishta. So it's nothing new. That is only Lord Shiva telling Parvati, now you don't need it, my dear. What is she asking? Exactly what the talk is here. What did the seeker say? Maharaj, how much time to get self-realized? What is Parvati asking Shiva? When will I reach you? Same question. What is Maharaj telling? All that you have to do is give up concept. What is Shiva telling Parvati? All that you have to do is give up concepts. Give it up, all this, that, whatever you're doing. That's it. So Arunachala Tattva only it is. So this is the only thing that can make us free. But I'm telling, until Parvati comes till there, she is not going to get that message. Because if she was capable enough to understand that, Shiva would have told while she's in the Mooladhara or Swadhisthana or Manipuraka only. So if we are there, we are busy in the concept. We love the concept. We are not going to listen, and Shiva is never going to force feed us. He will allow you to learn through experiences. We have all learned by experience. I have thoroughly learned by experiences, not by lectures. Whatever I'm talking is through personal experiences that I've learned. I can relate, and I see a teaching and I see what I'm going through, what I've been through. I can clearly relate. Yes, perfect. So you will also be able to relate only when you go through an experience and then you relate. Say perfect. That is the meaning of teachings. That you have to apply it in daily life. When I met that Maharaj, Anantirth Maharaj um, where is that? I forgot the place name. Towards Himalayas only, after Rishikesh, when we were going up. So there we met, and he introduced me to his guru. So very old person, 90 plus. He's a Vedantist. And Anantit Maharaj also was a Vedantist. He's like a Parivrajaka now. He wanders. He's only wandering. So that time he told me about his guru. I asked him about. I met him. I touched his feet. He blessed me. Uttarkashi, in Uttarkashi, one of the oldest ashrams. So that time he told me, Maharaj told, his guru told him, after I think 22 years he learned Vedanta, Anandit Maharaj there, in that ashram, under that master. And after learning, the guru said, now go. I said, where? Go wander, he said. And he said, wander? After learning all this? What am I going to get by wandering? And his guru said, whatever you have learned, you will encounter everything in the wandering. When you can put that into action, then is to know that you have really learned it. See, bookish jnana nahi. When life shows you that kind of situation and you know, okay, my knowledge tells me this, and then I apply it. This Anantir Maharaj only told me about it. That's why he told to wander, and he's been wandering till then. And life is an experience. Look at that man. He's a Vedantist. He's not sitting preaching also somewhere. He's so shy, he doesn't even come. He doesn't even speak to anybody. He's in his own world, having his wandering. Alone, he keeps wandering. He takes out his jeep or a motorcycle or by walk. He's moving all around the world, different locations, all by himself and relishing life. If you look at it, you may say, "ये time pass हो रहा है," and nothing, no work to do. We think that, what, काम नहीं, कुछ नहीं. That is experience. That is what you are having, an experience in the moment, experiencing and finishing. This is giving completion to life. You are relishing life in all walks of life. Are you getting it? So that's how simple the whole thing is. There is nothing to reject. There is nothing to crave for. We are in a certain situation. Be in that situation. Go through it. You're sad. Be sad. Don't try to get rid of sadness. When you get rid of sadness, you're escaping the experience of that sadness. And if you don't experience that sadness in its totality, it will return. Anything that is not given completion will return. Take this as the main theme. Anything that is not given completion in my chitta, in my being, will return. Anything that is given completion will never return. So if sadness or any so-called negativity, negative emotion, go through it. Experience it thoroughly. I have explained many times. There were moments when I used to cry because there were times when it was so deep, the pain of life. this cosmic joke. It's a joke, but the joke stings. And you have to experience that sting before actually calling it a joke. It's serious till then. So take it as a serious joke or a jokingly serious, whatever. So there were times when I used to weep, and in that crying, this awareness would simply rise and let me know that I am crying. Usually it doesn't happen. When you're crying, you're brooding, you're in a victim zone, you're in a very hurt zone, you don't think anything else other than that pain. But here you are feeling the pain, but you are also becoming aware of the feeler of the pain, both subjective and the objective. You are having a widespread understanding of I am crying, I'm weeping, I'm in pain. See, just even feeling at that moment I am in pain, there will be a disconnection with that pain, because suddenly there is a flip and you are aware. Immediately that real pain, what you call it, it disconnects because you become a witness there. That awareness, that power of awareness, just by being attentive on that I am going through this right now. And I've told this many times in my sessions before that uh, I'm crying looking at the mirror, but there's a strange laughter that's coming. I'm laughing through it. It look like madness. I'm actually laughing through. It is a very different emotion, because how can you feel pain and pleasure at the same time? This is something like that. Feeling hot and cold at the same time. Feeling sadness and peace at the same time. It can happen because the one who's crying, that's the ego. The one who's feeling peace is the awareness that's watching that. It's a mixed experience. So that's what this awareness can powerfully do in our lives. It can nourish and fulfill, give a thorough experience to that. And thorough experience is what I'm speaking. I will never talk about bad and good and optimism and pessimism, all that nonsense. All those who optimistic, positive, these are people who are accumulating their other negative shadows. They're looking always that side, thinking they will never have to experience. That's escapism. And I'm telling you, the fear of that only, you will keep attracting it, because subconsciously you know it is there. You're avoiding it. It is just like you have a problem in life and you pretend I don't have a problem. Will that happen? Think about it. I have some problem to handle. And then you say, Chodo yaar, I cannot. Let me see a movie. After the movie or between the movie, it will come. Then again, you will distract. Let me eat something. Let me go out. Let me go for a tour. Let me go on a foreign trip. You do whatever. Somewhere it will be lurking in you. It will never give you peace until you face it. You look at it. So, all these moments when we feel there is a nervousness in life, many people say this. I feel I'm free. Nothing is there in life. No tension also, no worry also, but still there is some nervousness, still some fear. These are these things. Deep in the bottom of the ocean, these things are lying, waiting for attention, sending their subtle vibrations to you. You're not able to see what it is, but the vibrations you can sense, that vibration of fear. That's a very different kind of feeling. So, this optimism, I don't believe in this optimism. It will take you, it's escapism. Positive, think positive. What think positive? This phenomena, this very statement of think positive, and you trying to think positive only, is your suffering, because there is a trying, an attempt to become positive. It itself is artificial. Why don't we understand this? Whenever we are trying to be positive, optimistic, that trying to be something which I am not feeling right now, but I'm trying to be that, isn't that artificial? That is optimism, that is positivity. I think that is the biggest negativity. Knowing it is there, but ignoring it is not there. That is again negativity only. Anyways, I think today's topic, I'll put it at this only, the concepts, giving up of concepts. See how deep it is, the whole thing. I've been talking for 4 years, so many lectures, so many sessions, same on giving up a concept. But see how different concepts come out to explain this giving up of concepts. Let us become deeply aware of what we understand today about this thing called concept. Let us become deeply aware and see that all these concepts are simply projections of the mind, never ending. Something or the other, when the mind is thinking, it is concept. There is no end to it. You think, for example, you're sitting for meditation and some or the other thought is coming, concepts are coming. Don't you agree that if you keep thinking, you're never going to go into meditation? So, somewhere you just drop all the concepts. That exactly. When you are simply disinterested in it, not because you're wanting to escape it, but because you know it is simply a false projection that is simply trying to keep you in falseness. It's not an escapism, you know it. So, in a way, you are aware of its falseness. If you deeply become aware, whole life from morning to evening is just concepts. Simply useless projections, which has no ending, no purpose. Ego feels there is a purpose, there is no purpose. It's simply playing itself out. Rakta bija, there is no end to it. Even there is nothing called finishing up a karma. You finish the karma just by becoming aware. You're giving completion by accepting it, not by destroying it. Because in destroying, you create 10 more concepts how to destroy it. So your mind gets fatigued and tired, constantly trying to survive itself. So the solution is just shift into the one awareness that you are. Not as escapism, as I told you. You shift into awareness and you look at all those things in awareness. Don't look at it from the mind, you'll get stuck. You'll react. Shift into awareness and look at it. Turn back and look. That is living in awareness. You live in awareness, accepting everything. Don't reject anything. Good, bad part of you, everything is fine. I'm a dirty person, okay. Be calm with it. Be cool with it. I'm a dirty person. Experience the dirtiness in every possible way. When you experience it thoroughly, dirtiness will get fed up of you because you are giving it attention. So, any part of life, not happy, things are not going my way, look at it. I told you nothing will go your way. It's just a feeling that you feel that it goes your way. Nothing is going your way. You say, but yes, I manifested and these things went. You're destined for that. The cosmic imprint of your destiny, prarabdha, you deserve it and you are going to get it. So you get a medium, you get a desire, you get a thought, you get some instrument, you get some synchronicity, things fall in place and it happens to you. But you there also take the credit. I created it. Why do you create it? I got a thought. I manifested. I thought about it. I wrote in my book. I visualized it and I manifested it. And you don't see all these are just simply tools and synchronicity to give you what you deserve. That end result will come to you. You are paying attention to what you did because the doer is very prominent there. So it takes credit for what it does and you say, I created it. From there is born the I, the creator. And if you really believe this, look at the opposites. How many things did you not create in life? Then the question comes, if I was really the creator, why am I not able to create these things? So something is already being created. What is my job is to be available to it. When I'm available to it, all these tensions and worries of doing and not doing, wanting and not wanting, you simply start becoming okay with everything. And the moment you are okay with everything, you relish that experience. You relish your sadness also. You relish the pain also. I'm telling, try it out and see. Instead of grumbling and trying to escape that by doing hundreds of things, you just settle down and see. Embrace that pain. Embrace that sadness deeply again and again. Let it come again and again. Even if it takes weeks or months or years, embrace it. One day it has to get fed up of you. When you totally embrace it, it will get fed up of you because you and it also is getting completion. That is how this mystery has to be solved. That is what all these people are teaching. Just be. What is the meaning of just be? Same thing what I'm explaining. Ramana says, Nisarga says, just be. Don't do. Doing is this trouble. Be. Be means be present. Be aware. That's all. Of anything, this or that. You can see how these Mahatmas live their life. They live their life that way. And that is the nature of Shiva. Just be. Look at the hill Arunachala. Is it doing anything? It just is. Achala. It is still. But you can see the whole world is moving around it. The whole world, Charachar Jagat, moving, except the hill. It's simply aware. That's the nature of Shiva, to just be. So it is the doer who gets caught up. The doer goes away from Shiva. The doer comes back to Shiva. The doer does tapas. The doer has deep concept that I am stuck, I am impure, I need to do this, I need to do that. And the doer enjoys the thrill of doing tapas. The doer rotates around the hill, climbs the hill, meditates on the hill, until the doer, by the grace of that circumambulations, by the grace of that tapas, realizes that actually there is nothing to do. It takes tapas to realize it. That is why Parvati did so much of tapas, and then she comes and realizes there is nothing to do. Shiva is telling there is nothing to do. But to realize that, you have to do tapas to come till there. So coming till there is Arunachala Tattva. After that, it is just being. You just realize that this hill pulls you. That pulling is everything. But when that pull happens, you start walking towards that hill and you say, I walked. You may crawl towards it, you may run towards it, and you say, I run. I ran. I am moving. I am doing sadhana. That is the illusion. It is pulling. We are not seeing that pull. When you see the pull, you'll see the flow, you'll see grace, and you know life is already heading in the right direction. It is me who is creating this illusion that I am moving towards the right direction. The mover feels it is he who is moving, but the mover is not aware of what is making it move. The day we see that, we understand that life is moving. We understand that we are losing energy. We are becoming tired by simply hitting our hands and feet. We have got onto the train, but we have not put the luggage down. The day we realize that, we will simply push the luggage down and sit and relax in the train that is already moving. That is just be. That is exactly what Bhagavan Ramana is telling. The outer guru pushes you inward. The inner guru pulls you inward. So you can see there are two forces acting. One is push, one is pull. But this movement that is happening to me is happening due to this force of God, Shiva, which is a part of the play. It throws you out, it pulls you in. It goes out, it has an experience, comes back in. It's happening. So you go out, now to come back. You start getting the pull, but the ego plays drama. It doesn't want to come with this pull. It has the I. So from outside, there is another force that is called the guru. It comes and pushes you inward from outside. So there is a push that I get, motivation to go inward. The guru keeps telling, go inward. And what is that guru tattva? It's Shiva's play only. From there, one force. From inside, one force it's pulling. Ramana explains very beautifully. The self pulls you from inside, and the self pushes you from outside through a guru so that you reach to the core point, to the source. Now, in the journey, the push, when you see which is happening, if you have turned back to the push, you'll be obsessed with the pusher. You're saying, oh, thank you for pushing me, thank you for pushing me, thank you for pushing me, you are pushing me, you are pushing me. You're not seeing something is pulling you also. But as you get closer and closer to the puller, from the pusher, your face will turn towards the puller. Then you see, I am being pulled. The day that happens, the day you see the puller, the pusher's work is over. If you turn back, the pusher has to still push you. The day you realize it's the puller, because the day you realize it's the puller, you say, "Jis vidhi rakhe, us vidhi rahiye, jo Shiva gaya, teri raza mein meri raza." You are in the flow. You know you are going towards a destiny. There's nothing for me to beat around. And that, when the surrender happens, that's called Purna Samarpan, where the I simply falls back and it says, the divine will, not my will. Jesus said, not my will, thy will be done. Ramana said this, not my will, thy will be done. Today, Ramakrishna's I posted in Mystical Mystics, the doership. They say, God does it. The seeker comes to realize that I am not the doer, you are the doer. You do it. That state, when it comes, that is this Arunachala Tattva. Arunachala Tattva of moving from doing to being. This state to get established, only this Arunachala Tattva is come in life. Bhagavan Ramana is come in life just to give us this last push, last realization. Because then the surrender happens. When you move into the being, then the pusher is not needed because you are already in the pull. Pusher is needed when you are still confused or in doubts. Do you get this clear? Become aware of this pull in life. What gives us the motivation to do our meditation or practice to be in these kind of satsangs, to read good books, to go to holy places. What gives us that? Please see clearly. Grace is pulling us. Grace is giving us the interest. And I'm telling you, if this grace is not there, if you don't have interest, what are you going to do? The eye, what will it do? It will get tired. Some interest has to be created despite all troubles, good, bad, ugly, whatever is happening in life. I'm persisting. Yesterday I explained, right? Ramana is telling evolution is what? Despite all ups and downs, you still keep persevering in your practices. That is a sign of progress. That is a sign of grace in life. Become aware of that grace, please. The grace that makes me do everything. And I don't see it because I'm busy in complaints. I'm busy in regrets of what I have not got, what I don't get, of how things are not going my way. But I don't see the divine will's way. The free will can never see what is for the highest good. Free will likes to see comfortable, easy ways, pleasurable ways. Divine will drags you through all the experience, but moves you 100% only in the right direction, highest good. So those nudges or those bruises that you get while being pulled is nothing but the completion of your own karmas, which is nothing to fret anyways about. It is foolishness to expect only good to happen and not the opposite to happen. And then there is karma then. Become deeply aware of this grace. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadhyachate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May we all be blessed. May we all be free. May we all evolve. Arunachala Shiva. See you tomorrow at 9.